I'm going to record. So I am so excited. So we have Zaya executive Kristen Reese here tonight to bring in our last Dash to Director Round 3 call. So I'm super excited to have her share. She's one of my level ones. She's amazing. She's built a rock star team. So she's going to be talking about just kind of staying on the Zaya brand, and then leadership and how to work with that once you kind of get to that director status and beyond. So I'm going to turn it over to her in just 1 second, but I wanted to make note, you guys, this is our last call. So we're going to be drawing for the grand prizes of all of those that achieve the director rank in round 3. And we're going to be doing that next Tuesday night, the 10th. So I will post all the details, but it's looking like 8 p.m., same time as what we do normally. And we're going to announce those winners. So I will make sure and get that information posted later this week. So without further ado, Kristen, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Oh good. Okay. So wow, I'm honored to be here with you all tonight. You guys are doing the do, you're showing up, and you're nearing the end of this Dash to Director program. So congratulations to you that have rank advanced to director, to senior rep, or to junior rep. And if you haven't rank advanced yet, you are on your way. I am 100% confident that with you continuing to go for it, continuing to educate yourself, showing up, tuning in and listening to others that have been through it, and continuing to show up and be consistent with your VIPs, your parties, your customers, you will get there. So tonight we're talking about leading a team. Whether you have a team of 30 or you have a team of 2, or if you don't have a team yet, you are still leading. You're leading your community, those that are watching you. And so this training is meant to speak to you as well. So to start, I want to share a little bit about my Zaya journey. To most of you, like Megan said, I'm the newbie. I'm one of the Connect team's newest Zaya execs, and this is my first training for Dash to Director, or for all of the Connect team. So I'm so excited, you guys. Thank you, and also thank you for your patience as we had to reschedule this. It's been just the craziest 2.5 weeks of COVID in our household, and it has taken like every bit of that 2 weeks to get rid of it and to finally feel like myself again. So a little bit about myself. I grew up in Michigan. I moved around to a few states after college, met my husband, and we have now settled down in his home state of Wisconsin. We have 3 kids, 2 dogs, 7 pet turtles. And when I signed up for Zaya a 1.5 years ago, I signed up for the discount. I wanted all the clothes, and I had to figure out a way to get them all without breaking the bank. And I was super cautious about it all. I was like, okay, I have this much to spend, and when I spend it, it's gone. And then when I make commission from those sales, then I have that to spend. And so when I hit my like $1,000 in sales my first month, but then that next month wanted to spend more than $280, I knew I had to up the parties. I was like, I got to do more. And so I did. I partied. I had fun with it. I had a lot more fun with it than I expected to. And early on, one of my oldest friends joined me and helped me rank advance, and the rest is history. So we grew our teams together, and in February 2021, our team hit Zaya Executive. So now to dive in a little more on building a team, leading a team, and what does that look like? So now you're a director, now you've got a team. How will you lead? For some, it's natural, and but then maybe you're like me and you didn't plan to build a team, and along the way you had to adapt and kind of figure it out as you go, and that's okay too. That's why we're here. That's why this amazing team offers this Dash to Director program, and why Zaya Corporate offers so much training. So I'm just going to share with you guys what I've learned in my past 18 months about Zaya's brand, and how we can be on brand with leading our teams. So what does it mean to be on brand? What is Zaya's brand? What is Zaya trying to attract? So when I think of the Zaya brand, I think of a few things. So first off, just visually, right? What do we see visually with our eyes when we think of the Zaya brand? There's the photos that our great photographer creates that really gives the brand uniformity. When you think of like our restock emails, our new releases, our Zaya Instagram and all that stuff, that's one way that Zaya has created some brand uniformity. Another thing I think of when I think of our brand is the tangible products that make Zaya what it is. Our freaking amazing Light and Tights, the soft yet supportive, comfortable bomber bras. These are just a couple examples of the high quality products that makes the Zaya brand what it is, right? And probably the biggest, most influential that Zaya has created, I guess that speaks to me as far as how Zaya has created their brand, is how does it make you feel? And this is where the 4 pillars come into play: activity, community, light, and uplift. And hopefully you all are very familiar with the 4 pillars. The culture that the Bradleys bring in each and every communication that they have with their reps, their transparency, their focus on family values, staying true to their why, their mission, their pillars, and making sure that us as reps understand these. So, and if you don't see enough of this, get on Instagram and follow Zaya Family. Also follow our founders, especially after a week that Zaya just had with the trip to Mexico. Seeing, like, to be able to see our founders tagged in different posts from different reps, and to see their reactions, to catch glimpses of how they're interacting with the reps. It's so heartwarming to see these as real people and to see that they've put this out there for all of us. They've created this brand that we get to work with. The other thing is tune into the monthly leadership calls. Don't let that leadership name fool you. Those calls are for everybody, and they are so refreshing to get on and hear firsthand from our founders. And they are speaking right to us, and they have so much value to them. So now, okay, so that's the brand that Zaya has laid out for us. They've done an amazing job creating the brand, showing us what it means to them, communicating their why, and keeping the 4 pillars at the foot of all their actions. So as independent reps, we have the ability to take this great brand that they've created and that initially attracted us and mix in our own brand. So during the last Dash a Director round, if you guys didn't catch it, Olivia Ryan did an amazing training on creating your own brand, and she nailed it. She did such a great job. I'm not going to get into detail on that part tonight, but as we attract our customers, our hosts, and our reps, it's important for us to have our own brand, and remembering what attracted us to Zaya in the first place, and remembering our why for sharing Zaya, and continuing to let that shine through in all that we're doing with Zaya. So while we're staying on brand with what Zaya has put out for us. Now, how you represent the brand is how your team is going to represent the brand. You've probably heard it before. This type of business trickles down as actions are imitated and copied. Just like I was saying about our founders and how they've put out this brand for us, it's amazing that they've created such a strong foundation and base that we all get to mimic and imitate. And one of the reasons I feel this team, this Connect, Uplift, Empower team, has been so successful is due to the duplicatable processes. I've always loved and appreciated how Megan keeps things simple. She does not overcomplicate things and makes it easy for others to follow. So keep this in mind as you're thinking about what your teammates may be learning from you. Even when you don't think your teammates are watching, they're watching and they're duplicating. Keep things simple and don't feel like you have to recreate the wheel. So I want to dive in a little bit more on each of the 4 pillars that make up the Zaya brand and how we can apply those types of things while leading our teams and touching on those 4 pillars. Okay, so the first one, community. You came for the leggings, you stayed for the community, right? Why is this community so great, you guys? Because it's drama-free from the source, and that culture spreads down. When Isaiah's sister or downline or upline has a question, or needs a graphic, or needs help with sizing, or how to approach someone about the opportunity, or about hosting parties, we're there for each other. And our marketing page is clearly such a great example of this. Complete strangers putting their work out there for other people to use and to benefit from. So with that, having group chats within your own downline to create a space where reps know that they have a place where they can quickly go to ask a question and to find an answer. Being approachable and available for your reps, and creating a space where others can help each other out as well. One of the things, this kind of goes off on another little topic here. One of the things I felt strongly within my downline is having an abundance mindset. When you have a host that decides to sign up as a rep, and that host had an amazing party, you were about to have 3 additional parties lined up, and now all of a sudden that your hostess is signing up to be a rep on your team, and now they have 3 friends interested in hosting a party next. This is going to be our first opportunity to help that new rep get off and running with 3 parties. And trust me, if you're feeling that tug, like, but those were my parties, that was my calendar, I was all ready to go. Trust me, I get it. I felt that struggle too. I wanted to keep those parties so bad, but it's knowing that by helping this new rep grow, your team is growing exponentially. And at that point, it's just more motivation for myself or yourself to keep pushing for more of your own growth. So remembering that abundance mindset, and that that we're working to bring our whole team up with us. So the next, okay, that's pretty much what I had to share about community. The next pillar I'll get into is activity. And how can we incorporate this pillar into leading our team? Activity can mean so much more than physical exercise. Obviously, that's one big aspect of activity, but when it comes to leading your team, being an active presence is what's going to mean so much. Checking in with your teams on a regular basis as a group and individually. Staying active with encouraging your team to meet goals, to provide opportunities to incentivize your team to hit goals. Present your team with challenges, booking blitzes, group goals, individual goals, and encouragement. Our leaders give us such a great example of all of this in our Connect, Uplift, Empower group. But as that team gets bigger and bigger, we can take our smaller groups and create more opportunities, more small group interaction to help each other stay encouraged and continue to grow. Okay, so this leads me to light and uplift, and shouting each other out and celebrating when your reps do hit a goal, when they do their first live video, when they make their first sale, and they hit a milestone in their PV, or sign up their first rep, or rank advance, etc. This part is so fun. Celebrate with each other. We also have an opportunity within our communities to lift each other up when we're going through hard times. A group has the ability to make a larger impact than one person alone, and Zaya has shown that to us in so many ways. Thinking back to last summer when Zaya gave back each Wednesday in the month of August to a different foundation, for those of you that were around last summer, or when they gave to breast cancer research in the month of October. I also think of the stimulus that they offered us last year when COVID started. And now, of course, this amazing bonus opportunity that they just launched for August, September, October. Wow. So when you know that someone within your team is going through something, remember the impact that you can make by sending some encouragement their way. Okay, I feel like I went through those pretty quickly for our 4 pillars. And lastly, what I wanted to touch on was a little bit just on compliance and Zaya's policies and procedures. So making sure that we're following Zaya's policies and procedures and helping our reps understand those as well. So these are found in our company files in the back office, in the company files tab of our back office. And then every once in a while, you'll see emails being updated out when you see like an update in any of the policies and procedures. Now, a thought that I just love when I think about is that we as a group are paving the way for Zaya and what's to come 5 years from now or 10 years from now. I just think it's amazing that Zaya is still so young. We're a 4-year-old company. And although we've got this solid foundation, this solid brand that we represent, there's still so much to come. And I just think it's amazing that we get to be a part of Zaya's future. And so thinking of your decisions that you're making for your business and your team now, does this align with Zaya's mission? Does this align with what we want for Zaya's future? And staying true to this and having brand integrity will only make the brand so much stronger and better for the future years to come. So remember why you were drawn to Zaya, and let's maintain that for the reps to come in the future. So that's about it, you guys. Just go out there, hit your goals with staying on brand and with compliance, doing it right, and Zaya will have the best kind of growth.
I love it, Kristen. So good. I loved how you brought in the 4 pillars. Okay, so we're always talking about Zaya, and we're talking about the 4 pillars, and we're talking about like what the founders have built this company. I love how you tied that into leadership and how your example of activity, it's not just physical activity, but you can tie those pillars into all the aspects of this business, whether you're a customer, a rep that is not quite in, that hasn't built that team up yet, or if you're leading a team of 1 to 300 people, it doesn't matter. You can incorporate those and carry out that brand. And that's exactly what the founder's mission is for each and every one of us to carry out that brand. And that's why Zaya is so successful. So I thought you did that so perfectly. And one thing comes to mind when I think of you as a leader is that you are so coachable. Anything that you have ever asked and I said, well, here's an idea, or here's something that has worked, or maybe you should try this, you are always just right on top of absorbing like a sponge anything that you can do to grow your business. And that's what makes a good leader, because you have to be coachable and you have to be able to know that you're not going to know everything and that it's okay. Exactly. So I loved it. I thought it was so good. Thank you so much for all of that. Does anyone have any comments or questions or anything at all for Kristen? She's an amazing leader. I love you're just so soft spoken, but so good at, I don't know, of getting people to listen to you and just
thanks.
You're so good. All right, you guys. So if anyone doesn't have any comments or questions, again, you guys, we are going to draw for our big cash prize winners, which I'm so stoked for. Next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. We'll post all the details there. And then we are also going to be looking at the retention again. So I'm going to be posting that spreadsheet for those of you that are director and above already before this round 3 to see how many of you have maintained that rank for the last 3 months. And we're going to be doing something special for you as well. So that's all coming. And then we're going to take the month of August off and kind of regroup and then be thinking about round 4, which is crazy. So that's all exciting stuff to come. So if anyone doesn't have anything else to add, I will post the recording to Dash Director, and I'll also email it out. Anybody have anything? If not.
Thank you, Kristen.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
You guys are feeling better.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, awesome, guys. All right, well, I'll post the recording to the page and we'll get that out. Thank you again, Kristen. You nailed it. Awesome job. See you, everyone.
Thanks, Kristen. See you guys.